Imagine a world where chaos, destruction, and collapse seem to grow more present every day. But these signs didn't appear out of nowhere. For centuries, visionary prophets and seers have warned us about a critical moment: the year 2025. What makes this year so special? What does it mean for humanity's fate? And are we ready for what's about to unfold? Prophets like Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce, and Baba Vanga, along with sacred texts, point to a future where humanity will be forced to face the consequences of its choices. Choices that will shape not only the fate of our planet, but also the spiritual destiny of each individual. As we approach this pivotal time, there's a sense of unease, a sign that something transformative, perhaps even devastating, is on its way. The real question is, are you ready to awaken? Prophecies are more than just mystical stories passed down through time. They often reflect deep insights into human nature and the cycles of transformation the world experiences. And 2025 seems to be one of these turning points, a moment where forces of chaos and spiritual awakening collide. Let's start with the prophecies of Nostradamus, the enigmatic 15th century astrologer who recorded countless predictions about humanity's future. He wrote about the fall of empires, the rise of new laws, and natural disasters reshaping the world. One of his most famous quatrains mentions a new law taking root in a new land within the region of Syria and Palestine. Some scholars believe this predicted the creation of the State of Israel in 1948. But when we look closer, it also seems to warn us about the continuous conflict in that region and the global impact it could have. At the heart of Nostradamus' predictions is a recurring theme: a great empire will crumble by the end of a cycle. Over the centuries, people have linked this prophecy to the fall of various historical empires, such as the Ottoman Empire. However, as we move closer to 2025, many believe he was referring to a modern global power that might soon face its decline. Some mystics and scholars suggest that Nostradamus foresaw the weakening of American dominance. His quatrains reference the return of Pluto, a rare astrological event that happens every 248 years, bringing transformation, destruction, and rebirth. Interestingly, the United States is currently experiencing this Pluto return, raising questions about its future as a global superpower. Nostradamus hinted that by the time this cycle ends, a new world order would emerge. This suggests that 2025 could mark the beginning of the end for American influence and the rise of a new global balance. If we shift our focus to Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, we find equally intriguing predictions. During his trance sessions, Cayce made over 1,000 prophecies about Earth's future, many of which centered on massive physical changes like earthquakes, rising sea levels, and magnetic pole shifts. According to Cayce, these catastrophic transformations would intensify starting in the 2020s. What makes Cayce even more fascinating is his emphasis on spiritual transformation. He predicted that Brazil, for example, would become a land of great spiritual renewal. In his vision, during times of crisis, many would turn away from materialism and seek spiritual truth. South America, and Brazil in particular, would become a pillar of light, a beacon of hope and resilience amidst the turmoil affecting other parts of the world. Similarly, Baba Vanga, the blind Bulgarian mystic known for her accurate predictions, such as the 9/11 attacks and the 2004 tsunami, warned of a spiritual crisis in 2025. She foresaw people losing their way, succumbing to darkness, and struggling to find meaning. In her visions, two distinct paths emerged: those who chose chaos and destruction, and those who embraced light, spirituality, and unity. For Baba Vanga, 2025 would be marked by inexplicable celestial events, like the sky opening in fire, which many believe could refer to extreme weather or cosmic occurrences that would shake humanity to its core. She also predicted the collapse of familiar political and economic systems, forcing people to seek inner answers and rediscover their connection with the divine. Sacred scriptures provide additional context for these turbulent times. Matthew 24 verse 7, it says, "Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places." This verse resonates deeply with the prophecies of Nostradamus, Cayce, and Baba Vanga, reminding us that today's conflicts, pandemics, and natural disasters are not isolated incidents. They're part of an unfolding prophetic cycle. The book of Revelation speaks of a great tribulation before the return of peace and light. It describes a time when humanity will confront the consequences of its choices and decide whether to continue down a path of selfishness and destruction or seek redemption and spiritual rebirth. These prophecies teach us that chaos, while seemingly inevitable, also presents an opportunity for transformation. 2025 will be a year of choices, a time when humanity will be challenged to awaken to its true essence. It will be a moment to let go of fear, greed, and division, and instead embrace light, unity, and spirituality. The beauty and the fear of this moment lies in the fact that the choice is ours. We are not doomed to collapse, but if we don't make the necessary changes, we risk bringing about our own downfall. As every prophecy indicates, The path to salvation begins within each of us. Imagine yourself in a world falling apart. Natural disasters, economic crises, social collapse. Yet amidst all the fear and uncertainty, there's also a call for something greater. A call to transcend the chaos and awaken spiritually. Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce, and Baba Vanga predicted that in the midst of global turmoil, humanity would have a unique opportunity. The chance to reconnect with the divine and awaken to a new consciousness. But how can we find that connection when everything around us feels like it's falling apart? And what does it mean to experience spiritual awakening in a time like 2025? One of the most powerful practices for spiritual awakening is meditation. Meditation helps us quiet the external and internal noise, allowing us to hear the still voice of the divine within our hearts. Simply closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and focusing on the present can bring peace and clarity, reconnecting us with the spiritual energy surrounding us. Think of meditation as an anchor. In the storm of external chaos, it keeps us grounded and connected to something greater than ourselves. Prophets like Edgar Cayce emphasize the importance of meditation and prayer during times of tribulation. These moments of spiritual connection serve as a kind of cleansing, not only for our minds but also for our souls, preparing us for the challenges ahead. But meditation is just the beginning. Prayer, regardless of your faith or beliefs, is an act of surrender, opening your heart to be guided by something higher. Through prayer, we acknowledge that forces beyond our control are at play, and we align ourselves with those forces. It brings comfort and reminds us that we are never alone. Now, let's do a simple exercise together. Close your eyes for a moment and take 3 deep breaths. As you do, feel the weight of your worries begin to lift. Visualize a gentle light surrounding your body, calming your mind, and creating space for inner peace. With each breath, imagine yourself connecting with a spiritual energy that has always been with you, loving, compassionate, and clear. This is the power of meditation. By practicing small moments of mindfulness daily, you can cultivate peace and balance amid the turbulence of the outside world. Over time, these practices can transform how you deal with stress, anxiety, and the challenges of life. The teachings of ancient prophets like Nostradamus also remind us that chaos is not the end, it's often the beginning of renewal. Destruction, both physical and spiritual, is often followed by rebirth. Nostradamus believed that great change arises from upheaval, opening doors to new possibilities. If 2025 offers us anything, it's the opportunity to awaken to our true essence. But awakening doesn't happen passively, it requires conscious action. The question we must ask ourselves is, how can I begin my spiritual awakening now, before the chaos intensifies? Here are some simple practices you can adopt today. Daily meditation. Spend 10 minutes each day meditating in silence. Use this time to reconnect with your inner peace and the divine. Regular prayer. Make prayer a habit, no matter your belief system. Prayer is a powerful way to seek guidance and find comfort in uncertain times. Study sacred texts, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, or other spiritual writings. Set aside time to reflect on their wisdom. These teachings offer a strong foundation for navigating difficult times. Spiritual journaling. Write down your thoughts, fears, and hopes in a journal. Use it to track your spiritual journey and express gratitude for everyday blessings. Acts of kindness. Spirituality is not only an internal practice, it shows in our actions. Every day, do something to help someone, whether through kind words, practical assistance, or simply offering your presence. Silence helps us hear what's truly happening within our souls. During turbulent times, like those predicted for 2025, introspection becomes even more essential. Turning away from the noise of media, opinions, and fear allows us to rediscover who we really are and what role we play in the grand scheme of things. Now imagine a world where millions of people awaken simultaneously to their true essence, where political, social, and religious divisions are cast aside, and we come together for a common purpose: peace and spiritual harmony. This is the true potential of 2025, not just chaos, but rebirth. As this pivotal year approaches, one of the greatest lessons to remember is that no one faces this journey alone. If there's anything the prophecies of Nostradamus, Cayce, and Baba Vanga teach us, it's that unity is our greatest strength. During moments of chaos, natural disasters, economic collapse, or spiritual crises, mutual support will be key to not only surviving, but thriving. But what does it truly mean to come together? How can we prepare, not just as individuals, but as communities, families, and societies, to face the challenges ahead? The answer lies in connection, with ourselves, with others, and with nature. Building networks of support and solidarity, cultivating mindfulness, and engaging in meaningful spiritual practices are ways to prepare for the coming transformation. And now, as we wrap up this journey through prophecies, spiritual awakening, and the power of unity, I leave you with this. The choice is yours. You can choose fear or light, division or unity, despair or hope. The power of that choice is in your hands, and the time to act is now. Let's embark on this journey together. As we approach 2025, let us commit to awakening within ourselves and inspiring those around us to do the same. Throughout history, Humanity has gone through countless cycles of rise, fall, and renewal. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, the Mayans, and the Greeks all thrived, only to eventually decline. But each collapse paved the way for new beginnings, shaping the world we know today. This idea of cycles teaches us that setbacks aren't the end. They are part of a natural rhythm of growth and change. The concept of resilience emerges as a crucial lesson from these cycles. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from adversity. It's about learning, adapting, and evolving through it. When the Black Plague devastated Europe, for example, it not only reshaped the population, but also triggered massive shifts in science, medicine, and social structures. Similarly, moments of economic collapse like the Great Depression led to new financial systems and policies that redefined global markets. In today's world, resilience involves more than just individual strength. It's about community resilience, how we support each other through difficult times. Building resilient networks of friends, family, and community creates a safety net, ensuring that no one faces challenges alone. It's also about mental and emotional resilience, staying grounded, finding meaning in hardship, and continuing to grow, no matter the circumstances. The ability to adapt is perhaps the most important skill for navigating uncertain times. Whether it's a global crisis or a personal struggle, those who are open to change and willing to rethink old ways will emerge stronger. As Charles Darwin famously said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." So, as we prepare for the unknown, whether it's environmental shifts, economic instability, or personal challenges, the question becomes, how can we cultivate resilience? The answer lies in small, everyday actions. Practicing gratitude, even in tough times. Building meaningful relationships that offer mutual support. Staying curious and open to learning, no matter how old we are. Developing a mindset that sees failure as feedback, not defeat. These are the habits that will help us face whatever comes our way. Not just survive it, but grow through it. Because the truth is, life will always have its ups and downs. The key to thriving lies in how we respond to each new chapter. If you believe in the power of transformation and the importance of unity, hit the like button and share this video to spread the message of hope. Subscribe to the channel for more content on spirituality, prophecies, and how to prepare for the future. And don't forget to leave a comment sharing your thoughts about 2025. How are you preparing for this crucial year? Together, we can create a better future. The awakening begins now.